We have incredibly intelligent AI tools at our fingertips today. They can draft an essay or generate a video in seconds, but they still operate on a basic limitation. They wait for us to tell them exactly what to do next. Even with all this intelligence, we are still the manual operators of our digital lives. We are the ones copying data from a chat, pasting it into a spreadsheet, formatting the cells, and manually hitting send. The real friction in modern productivity isn't a lack of ideas. The friction is having to sit at a screen and trade our physical time for every single tedious execution step. That bottleneck disappears when systems move towards autonomous action. We are now seeing the rollout of 24/7 agents like Gemini Spark, which run in the background while the user is elsewhere. This transition severs the requirement of human screen time from digital execution, allowing software to function as an independent tool for labor rather than a passive assistant. Look at how this works in practice. You can do a complete brain dump into your phone using natural voice. You can ask your agent to plan a neighborhood block party, send invites to specific neighbors, watch for a new sneaker drop, all in one chaotic breath. The moment you finish speaking, you just put your phone back in your pocket. You go about your physical life, while the heavy lifting starts immediately in the cloud. This node tree illustrates exactly how the agent acts like a project manager. It breaks that single audio stream down into discrete, parallel tasks, assigning each piece to a specific workflow. For the block party, it pulls up your homeowners association guidelines from your Google Drive, scans the text, and checks if your proposed date violates any neighborhood rules. At the exact same time, it creates a live tracker in Google Sheets and connects it directly to your Gmail. When your neighbors reply, the spreadsheet updates itself without a single click from you. Meanwhile, dedicated information agents are constantly scanning the entire web. They track moving targets, whether that's a specific financial ratio on a biotech stock, a new apartment listing, or that sneaker drop you mentioned earlier. These systems stay entirely out of your way. They run silently in the background and only send you an alert when a specific condition is met or a task is completely finished. Autonomous orchestration means the entire mental load of constantly monitoring databases, manually refreshing pages, and micromanaging software vanishes completely. Organizing data is one thing, but delegating actual financial transactions to an AI introduces a completely different level of risk. When you shop with an agentic universal cart, it does the reasoning for you. If you're building a PC and you add a processor to your cart, the agent will catch it if you accidentally select a motherboard with an incompatible socket, stopping you from making a costly mistake. But if an agent is smart enough to buy computer parts on your behalf, the obvious question is how you stop it from going rogue and buying something you definitely didn't ask for, like a motorcycle. This schematic shows the Agent Payments Protocol, or AP2. Before any money moves, the request hits a rigid security gate. Here, you set strict, non-negotiable guardrails, defining exactly which brands the agent is allowed to buy from and capping the exact amount it can spend. If the request clears those gates, AP2 creates a permanent tamper-proof record linking you, the agent, and the merchant verifying the sale. Throughout this entire process, your actual credit card details remain shielded. The data stays private, so not even the agent executing the purchase has access to your raw financial information. Delegating your wallet to software requires absolute trust, and that trust is built entirely on these verifiable, mathematically enforced boundaries. At the end of the day, the user finally sits down to review the results of their invisible delegation. The agent immediately presents a synthesized daily brief, a detailed checklist of successfully completed tasks, and a custom-built weekend itinerary. To generate that weekend itinerary, the AI actually deployed its own code. It planned the layout, fetched the data, and built an entirely custom application specifically for that request. This marks the final shift from being manual operators of software to being the directors of our own digital lives. The breakthrough of the Agentic Era is measured in the hours of attention reclaimed for the physical world, long after the machine has been closed.